Let's discuss the news out of Colorado as well as the latest on Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign with Ramaswamy campaign advisor Stefan Mychajliw. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
So perhaps let's just start out. Vivek Ramaswamy now pledging to withdraw from the Colorado ballot, kind of, I guess, in protest of the decision that was reached. Perhaps speak to Vivek Ramaswamy's reasoning for withdrawing from the ballot in Colorado if nothing ends up changing here.
Well, Vivek has a heart, a spine, and guts to stand up not only for the Constitution, but fairness in our elections. Vivek wants to become president the right way by having the people and not unelected judges elect the next president. So that's why Vivek Ramaswamy is saying that he will not appear on the Colorado GOP ballot if Donald Trump is banned. And he's also calling on Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Chris Christie to do the same. So far, it's been radio silence from Chris Christie, Nikki Haley, and Ron DeSantis, spineless cowards, for not stating they will also not appear on the Colorado GOP ballot. And if they do remain on the ballot, and Donald Trump and Vivek Ramaswamy are not on the Colorado ballot, then they are just as complicit as these unelected judges and President Biden and the deep state for trying to basically block democracy and Donald Trump from appearing on the Colorado ballot.
And you mentioned some of the other candidates. I was in Tuscaloosa for the most recent GOP debate, and I mean, it was interesting, of course. Nikki Haley is seeing her polling numbers increase, and as a result, we saw Ron DeSantis in particular, who, at least in previous debates, wasn't as critical of Nikki Haley, has, I guess, now kind of stepped up and is full on criticizing her. The back and forth between her and Vivek Ramaswamy has been ongoing now for some time. How does Vivek Ramaswamy overcome Nikki Haley as her polling numbers are increasing and Vivek Ramaswamy's numbers, at least in some polls, don't really seem to be moving anywhere?
Well, there's a lot of runway left between the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary. And history teaches us a very important lesson about polling in the Iowa caucus. In 2012, Rick Santorum was basically polling dead last at 5% 3 weeks before the Iowa caucus. And guess who won that caucus in 2012? Rick Santorum. Voters are going to be energized in Iowa by Vivek Ramaswamy, first of all, opposing a carbon pipeline where big government and big business are conspiring to basically steal farmers' land through eminent domain to build a carbon pipeline and take their land and build it underground. Farmers don't want that in Iowa. And I think a lot of voters are also going to be drawn to Vivek Ramaswamy standing up for the Constitution and standing up for his opponent, Donald Trump, that it's wrong that unelected radical left-wing judges are trying to block him from the ballot. And they're also liking the fact that Vivek is calling out Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Chris Christie for not having any guts, not having a spine, and to follow Vivek's lead by also not appearing on the Colorado ballot. So those are messages that are take Vivek in a very good spot in both Iowa and New Hampshire.
Yeah, listen, obviously, fair point regarding Iowa. Pete Buttigieg won the Democratic primary. Obviously, the race didn't work out for him, but, you know, a state like New Hampshire, their primary just about a week after Iowa's primary. How does Vivek Ramaswamy appeal to New Hampshire voters, South Carolina voters, as we move forward and ultimately increase his polling numbers to at least get into the double digits, as he has referenced numerous times, kind of his goalpost that he will use to measure success in some of these primaries?
Well, there's going to be a lot of momentum following the Iowa caucus. Vivek Ramaswamy is the only business owner and political outsider in this race. He's attracting a lot of voters who are first-time voters. I mean, a huge majority of donors and supporters for Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign, we're finding, have never donated to a politician before. We're also finding that a lot of those same supporters have never voted in an Iowa caucus before. So we feel very strongly that that is underreported in a lot of the polls. There's going to be a lot of momentum after Iowa leading into New Hampshire and South Carolina. And Vivek is the only political outsider and business owner that can destroy the deep state, cut the federal bureaucracy by 75%, take on those special interests, keep America out of World War III, secure the border, and basically build on the foundation of America First that Donald Trump put down in 2016.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Stefan Mychajliw, thanks so much.